Hi dear students, good morning and welcome to the new episode of English class. Today we are discussing the last part of our fourth lesson, that is My World. What kind of a story is it? What kind of a lesson is it? Is it a poem? Is it a prose? Is it a play? Or what is it? It's an autobiography. It's an autobiography. Autobiography means the life history of a person. Here the life history of a tree, and it is written by himself or herself. It is said by the tree itself. So it is the autobiography of the tree. What type of a tree is it? It's a mango tree. It's a mango tree, and it was the oldest tree in the orchard of Uncle John. It was the oldest mango tree in the orchard of Uncle John. What do you mean by the term orchard? O-R-C-H-A-R-D. Orchard means a fruit garden where same type of fruit trees are grown. Orchard, a garden where same type of fruit trees are grown. That is orchard. Okay. Then what are the things we studied here? The tree is telling us that we trees also have, we human beings are living in this world with so many relatives and friends. We are having so many relatives and we are having so many friends. Like that, do you know what are our relatives or who are our relatives and who are our friends, and who are the family members of us? Then the tree is narrating the incidents from its childhood. It cannot even remember all the childhood memories, but it will remember very well that it is the oldest mango tree in the garden of Uncle John. And when it was a little plant, what happened? Uncle looked after it like a child. Uncle looked after it like a child. Uncle showered loads of love and affection to this little plant when it was attacked by the goat. Uncle showered loads of affection and love and care towards this plant when it was attacked by a goat. And it is said that Uncle looked after me like his own child. Uncle looked after me like his own child. And it is said that at the first time, that means in its childhood, it was lean and lanky. The little mango plant, the mango tree was lean and lanky, but when it grew into a big tree, it became very fatty. It became a very big tree. Its trunk is very strong. It has loads of leaves. And its shade is very good. And one day, the Uncle John's granddaughter, who is that? Maggie. Uncle John's granddaughter Maggie came to visit the garden, and she tried to encircle him. Encircle means put her hands around the tree, but her little arms couldn't encircle me or embrace me. Then what a soft touch it was. And this tree is saying that I am very happy when the children play under my shade, and when they play hide and seek, when they climb up and down my body, and when they play hide and seek near me, I am very happy. And next, in this next paragraph, the tree is saying that my crown is my leaves. My leaves are my crown, and I have a thick body, and I stand erect in the ground, directly, or I stand strong in the ground because my roots go deep into the earth. My roots go deep into Mother Earth. Mother Earth nourishes me or gives me water and nutrients. What did Mother Earth gives the tree? Mother Earth gives the tree water and nutrients. Mother Earth gives the tree with water and nutrients, and the leaves prepare food. In the leaves with the help of sunlight. Mother Earth gives nutrients and water to the tree. Then with the help of the water, nutrients, carbon dioxide, and the sunlight, the leaves prepare food for them. That process is known as photosynthesis. And around the roots of me, the tree is describing its own life. Around my root, there were were so many ants and little insects, tiny insects, and so many ants were there. I used to watch the ants. They were very hardworking. They were restless. They were not taking rest, and all the time they were moving up and down the body, and they were climbing down and up my body. And the tree is saying that my branches are the resting place of many birds and their families. Many, I am a huge tree. Huge means very big tree. So in my branches there were so many birds and their families live. There were so many birds and their families live in my branches, and sometimes when the birds are making a loud noise in the dawn, D-A-W-N, dawn means early morning, when the time when the light first appears on earth, dawn, D-A-W-N, dawn. Then the opposite of dawn is dusk. At the time of dawn, the birds are making chirping sound. When I hear it, it is a sweet music to my ears. It is sweet music to my ears. It is better than any musical instrument. It is better than any musical instrument. And the music of the birds were incomparable. It cannot be compared to anything else. It is incomparable. And the birds were going in search of food, and they were putting their children, chicks. They were putting their chicks on my branch, and they were go in search of food. And one day I saw a snake climbing onto me in search of that grapes. The birds, one day a snake climbed on me in search of that egg, but I found the snake. Then I shook my branches very hard. I shook my branches very hard, and then the snake slithered away from there. It was a relief. What a relief it was. It was a relief to me. Then next paragraph. Be it hot or cold, sun or rain, I stand vigilant, spreading my arms upwards, offering prayers to the Lord. The plant is the mango tree, saying that be it hot or cold, I am not bothering about that. If it is a hot season, if it is a cold season, sunshine or rainy season or summer season, I am not bothering about that. I stand vigilant. Vigilant means alert. V-I-G-I-L-A-N-D. Vigilant. The new word is V-I-G-I-L-A-N-D. I stand vigilant. If it is hot or cold, if it is rainy or sunny, that doesn't matter. I am standing vigilant, spreading my arms. Arms means branches. Spreading. S-P-R-E-A-D-I-N-G. S-P-R-E-A-D-I-N-G. Spreading my arms. I spread my arms. My branches were spread out, and I am standing vigilant. Every time I am alert. I have to watch the eggs on my branches. I have to look after, or I have to take care of the birds. I am looking at the ants, and I am looking at the children who came to play under me, and I am very vigilant. The season does not bother me. The hotness does not bother me. The coldness does not bother me. I am always vigilant and spreading my arms upwards. The tree is spreading my arms upwards, not downwards. It is spreading their arms upwards. U-P-W-A-R-D-S. It is spreading its arms upwards and offering prayers to the Lord. When we see the tree from far away, it is offering. Offering means giving prayers to the Lord. It is like when we pray to God, the Christians pray to God, they are spreading their arms upward. They are holding their arms upward. And when Hindus pray, they fold their hands upward. They fold their hands not downward, upward. Like that, when we look at the tree, we feel that the tree is offering prayers to God. Offering. O-F-F-E-R-I-N-G. Offering. O-F-F-E-R-I-N-G. Offering prayers to God. We are offering prayers to God. Be it hot or cold, sun or rain, I stand vigilant. Vigilant means alert. I I stand vigilant, spreading my arms upward. How was the tree standing? It was spreading its arms upward, offering prayers to the Lord. When we see the tree, we feel that it is spreading its arms upward, offering its prayers. Offering means giving, promising its prayers to the Lord Almighty. When spring approaches, when the spring season came, approaches means reach. APPROACHES, approaches, APPROACHES. When the spring season came, what happened? When spring approaches, I start bearing flowers. I have so many flowers in me. In the spring season, the mango tree bear means carry, bear so many flowers, loads of flowers, bear, bear, so many flowers. When spring approaches, I start bearing flowers. I start bearing, bearing flowers. Loads of flowers were there. In this season is the spring season, and our mango trees. If you have any mango tree in your surroundings, you can look at them. So many flowers are there. Mango trees are full of flowers. If a rain comes, all the flowers will came down. They will fall down. When spring approaches, I start bearing flowers. Their sweet fragrance, it has a fragrance. Fragrance means smell, sweet smell. Fragrance, F-R-A-G-N-A-N-C-E, fragrance, F-R-A-G-N-A-N-C-E, fragrance. It's fragrance, sweet smell, fragrance. Their sweet fragrance, these flowers have sweet fragrance, spread far and wide. Whenever there is a flower in the walnut tree or the coffee tree, we can feel it from far away. We can feel it from far away. A sweet smell coming from their flowers. A sweet smell coming from their flowers. We knew that whenever the pala tree, Pala is a tree, and whenever it flowers, we feel the sweet, or we get the sweet smell of it. Their sweet fragrance spread far and wide. Far and wide means to a faraway place. Be it hot or cold, sun or rain, I stand vigilant, spreading my hands upward, spreading my arms upward, offering prayers to the Lord. When spring approaches, I start bearing flowers. Their sweet fragrance spread far and wide. Everyone looks at me and other trees with expectant eyes. Everyone looks at me. All the other trees in the garden looks at me. I am full of flowers. I am having full of flowers, and these flowers have a sweet fragrance. These flowers have a sweet fragrance. And everyone looks at me and other trees with expectant eyes. They also value my flowers. They are looking at me with the expectant eyes. E-X-P-E-C-T-A-N-G. E-X-C-E-P-T-A-N-G. Expectant eyes. They are looking at me with the expectant eyes. Especially Uncle John, who keeps praying for a good yield. Uncle John is a man who is having loads of love and affection for his tree. He is praying for a good yield. Y-I-E-L-D. What is in the chapter Brotherhood? We studied the word yield. Yield means the crop we get from one season. The crop we get as the harvest, that is yield, beloved. And he is expecting a good yield from the mango tree or all the other trees. He is looking at me with the expectant eyes, especially. The word is especially. E-S-P-E-C-I-A-L-I-Y. Especially means with speciality. Especially means with speciality. Uncle John is especially looking at me with an expectant eye. He has so much expectation with me. If I am having too much fruit, he will get too much money from me. He can buy the mangoes, ripe mangoes, then he can sell it in the market or sell it to anybody and get a huge amount of money. That is why he is looking at me with the expectant eyes. Okay. Next word is yield. Y-I-E Y-I-E-L-D, yield, Y-I-E-L-D, yield, beloved. But it be it cold or hot, sun or rain, I stand vigilant, spreading my arms upwards, offering prayers to the Lord. When spring approaches, I start bearing flowers, their sweet fragrance spread far and wide. Everyone looks at me and other trees with expectant eyes, especially Uncle John, who keeps praying for a good yield. Please look at the tough words from this one. Please listen. Vigilant. Spell and pronounce this word. Vigilant. V-I-G-I-L-A-N-T. Which is the word? Vigilant. Vigilant meaning alert. Always be cautious. C-A-U-T-I-O-U-S. Cautious. Vigilant. Next word is spreading. S-P-R-E-A-D-I-N-G. Spreading. Next word upwards. U-P-W-A-R-D-S. Upwards. Next word offering. We are making offering to God. May God please shower me with good marks. Please allow me to get high marks in the exams. I will give you a garland, or I will give you a golden bindi, or anything. We can offer something to God. Like that, here when the others look at me from far away, they think that I am spreading my arms upward and I am praying God. I am offering a prayer to God. Then approaches. Next word is approaches. A-P-P-R-O-A-C-H-E-S. Approaches. Say the spelling and meaning with spelling and pronunciation with me. A-P-P-R-O-A-C-H-E-S. Approaches. Say with me. A-P-P-R-O-A-C-H-E-S. Approaches. Next word is bearing. B-E-A-R-I-N-G. In the spring season, the tree is bearing loads of flowers. Loads of flowers. After the flowers became small tender mangoes, it have loads of mangoes. Bunches of mangoes were hanging from the mango tree. Bearing means having or carrying. B-E-A-R-I-N-G. Bearing. Next word fragrance. F-R-A-G-N-A-N-C-E. Fragrance. Sweet smell. Fragrance. F-R-A-G-N-A-N-C-E. Fragrance. Next word expectant. With expectant eyes, they are having a lot of expectation in their eyes. E-X-P-E-P-T-A-N-C-A-N-T. Expectant. Sorry, the spelling is not correct. E-X-P-E-C-T-A-N-D. It is not acceptant, it is expectant. Two words, rather two different words. First one is E-X-C-E-P-T, accept. Second one is E-X-P-E-C-T. Our word in this context is expector. E-X-P-E-C-T. E-X-P-E-C-T-A-N-T. Expectant. Expectant. Once again, you please listen to this word. E-X-P-E-C-T-A-N-T. Expectant. Okay. The next word is especially. E-S-P-E-C-I-A-L-L-Y. Especially means with the speciality. Next word yield. Y-I-E-L-D. Yield. Okay. Once again, you please listen to this word. Vigilant, spreading, upwards, offering, approaches, bearing, fragrance, expectant, especially, yield. Once again, vigilant, spreading, upwards, offering, approaches, bearing, fragrance, expectant, especially, yield. Okay, is it clear? Look at that part. I will read it once again. You please listen to your text. Be it hot or cold, sun or rain, I stand vigilant, spreading my arms upwards, offering prayers to the Lord. When spring approaches, I start bearing flowers. Their sweet fragrance spread far and wide. Everyone looks at me and other trees with expectant eyes, especially Uncle John, who keeps praying for a good yield. When my flowers turn to fruits, the glint in Uncle's eyes is worth seeing. When the flowers turn to fruit, after some days, the flowers will turn to fruits. After a few days, the flowers in the mango tree will turn to fruits. And then there was a glint in Uncle's eyes. There was a glint means happiness, sign of happiness, glint. G-L-I-N-T, glint, G-L-I-N-T, glint means sign of happiness. There was a sign of happiness, so much happiness is there in his eyes. So much happiness is there in the eyes of Uncle John. It is worth seeing, that means it is very worthy happiness because he want to get more yield from the fruit trees, from these mango trees. And if I am having so much of fruit, so much of tender mangoes, and what is the first stage of mango? Tender mango, and when it became ripe, it is full. When it became full grown, it is called a ripe mango, and the first stage is tender mango. And when I have so many number of so much amount of a huge amount of mangoes in me, and it is the first part of the growing of mangoes, it is called tender mango. Uncle John's eyes filled with happiness. Whose eyes filled with happiness? Uncle John's eyes filled with happiness. When my flowers turn to fruit, the glint in the uncle's eyes is worth seeing. When the mangoes are raw and juicy, after some days, the first stage is tender mango, and after some days, the mangoes became raw and juicy. The mangoes became raw and juicy. There was a, what kind of a tasty mangoes have? Mangoes have a sour taste. Okay. Then mangoes have a sour taste, and when the mangoes are raw and juicy, we eat raw mangoes. We use raw mangoes for making pickles. We use unripe mangoes for making pickles. When the mangoes are raw and juicy, children hit them with stones. But how did children eat mangoes? If they are cutting it with a knife, it will be very sour. So what did they do? They hit the mango in a stone, in a big stone or rock. They hit the mango, then there may be some scratches and some part of the mango get away from that, from the full mango. Then it is very tasty to eat with salt. Some babies or some children eat it with salt and chili powder or green chili, etc. When my flowers turn to fruit, the glint in uncle's eyes is worth seeing. When the mangoes are raw and juicy, children hit them with the stones. Oh, it hurts, but their happiness is worth all the pain. Oh, it hurts. Sometimes the children's hand may hurt when they hit the mango in the rock. Sometimes their hand will get hurt, but they say that, oh, it hurts, but their happiness is worth. Why they don't worry? They like the taste of that mango very much. They like the taste of that hit mango very much. They forgot all the pain. Pain means Vedana, P-A-I-N. They forget all the pain they have. Okay, they forget all the pain of the heart. When my flowers turn to fruit, the glint in uncle's eyes is worth seeing. When the mangoes are ripe, raw and juicy, children hit them with the stones. Oh, it hurts, but their happiness is worth all the pain. Aunt Ruby makes pickles with the raw mangoes, and Uncle John sells the ripe ones in the bazaar. Bazaar means market. B-A-Z-A-A-R. Bazaar, market. B-A-Z-A-R. Bazaar. What is the meaning of bazaar? Market. Okay. Aunt Ruby, who is the wife of Uncle John. Who is Aunt Ruby? The wife of Uncle John. Aunt Ruby makes pickles. Pickles, mango pickle, lemon pickle, mixed vegetable pickles, so many garlic pickles, so many pickles are there. Prawn pickle. Aunt Ruby makes pickles with the raw mangoes. Pickles. 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 Spell the word pickle. Pickles. Pickles. Aunt Ruby makes pickles with the raw mangoes. Raw mangoes means raw mango, tender mango, raw mangoes, and Uncle John sells the ripe one in the bazaar. At the time when the fruits became raw and when the fruits became ripe, they will take the mangoes from the tree. Then some may be ripe and some others may be raw. With the raw mangoes, Aunt Ruby make pickles, and the ripe ones were sold in the market or bazaar by Uncle John. Uncle John carry all the ripe mangoes or bring all the ripe mangoes to the market for selling. Aunt Ruby makes pickles with the raw mangoes, and Uncle John sells the ripe ones in the bazaar. My leaves that make my crown, the birds and insects, the children who play around me, Mother Earth, the sun and the sky together from my beautiful world. Who were the things in the, or what were the things in the world of the tree? What were the things we can see in the world of the tree? My leaves that make my crown. What is the crown of the tree? My leaves. The tree's leaves were, thick leaves were the crown of the tree. The tree's thick leaves were the crown of the tree, and the birds, so many birds and families were living in that very huge tree. Very big means huge. Huge means very big. In that huge tree, there were so many birds and their families living. Then the world around the tree. We are finally looking at the world around the tree. The leaves were the crown of the tree. Then so many birds were taking shelter in the tree, and insects were climbing up and down the tree. So many insects and ants were climbing up and down the tree. The tree is happy to have them. Then children who play around them. So many children came and play around the tree. They play hide and seek. Then they climb up and down. Then Mother Earth is related to the tree. How did Mother Earth help the tree? Mother Earth nourishes the tree with water and nutrients. Mother Earth nourishes the tree with water and nutrients. Mother Earth nourishes the tree with water and nutrients. And the sun gives them sunlight. Then the earth, the sky is a good place for the sky is looking at the tree very well, and together form my beautiful world. What is the world of the tree? Describe the world of the tree? My leaves that make my crown, the birds, the insects, the children who played around me, Mother Earth, the sun and the sky together form my beautiful world. Look at the top words from this part. Glint, Glint. Glint. Say the spelling and word with me. Glint. Glint. Next word. Pain. Paint. Paint. Next word. Bazaar. Bazar. Bazaar. Next word. Pickles. 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 Once again. Glint, pain, bazaar, pickles. Okay. I will read that part once again. Be it hot or cold, sun or rain, I stand vigilant, spreading my arms upwards, offering prayers to the Lord. When spring approaches, I start bearing flowers. Their sweet fragrance will spread far and wide. Everyone looks at me and the other trees with expectant eyes, especially Uncle John, who keeps praying for a good yield. When my flowers turn to fruit, the glint in Uncle John's eyes is worth seeing. When the mangoes are raw and juicy, children hit them with the stones. Oh, it hurts, but their happiness is worth all the pain. Aunt Ruby makes pickles with the raw mangoes, and Uncle John sells the ripe ones in the bazaar. My leaves that make my crown, the birds, the insects, the children who played around me, Mother Earth, the sun and the sky together form my beautiful world. It's an autobiography of the tree. Okay, and read from the very beginning. You please listen to your text. Your world consists of your family and friends. Have you ever wondered how big is the world for a tree? Who are its family members? Let's read and find out. I have been standing in Uncle John's orchard since the time I was born. I do not remember much of my childhood days, but I shall never forget the love and affection Uncle showered on me when I was attacked by a goat. He take care of me as if I were his child. You must be wondering who am I? I am the oldest mango tree in Uncle John's orchard. I am so old that I don't know my age. I have always stood behind Uncle's house. I can really say I am rooted to the spot. I was lean and lanky, but I grew up to be sturdy and firm. My huge trunk is strong and healthy. I love it when children climb on me and play hide and seek. One day I laughed when Uncle's granddaughter, little Maggie, tried to hug me, but her small arms could not encircle me. What a loving, soft touch it was. My thick green leaves are my crown, and I stand erect because my roots firmly hold on to Mother Earth. Mother Earth nourishes me with water and nutrients through my roots. My green leaves prepare food through photosynthesis when the sun shines. Around my roots near the ground, there are lots of insects and ants. It tickles me when they climb up and down my trunk. I admire their hard work. They work day and night. My branches are the resting place for many birds and their families. So their chirping at the first light of dawn is music to my ears, incomparable to any instrument on earth. Every day they leave their eggs and baby chicks in their nest and fly away in search of food. One day, a snake tried to climb my branches to eat the eggs, but I shook the branches so hard that it slithered away. What a relief it was. Be it hot or cold, sun or rain, I stand vigilant, spreading my arms upwards, offering prayers to the Lord. When spring approaches, I start bearing flowers. Their sweet fragrance spread far and wide. Everyone looks at me and other trees with expectant eyes, especially Uncle John, who keeps praying for the yield, for a good yield. When my flowers turn to fruit, a glint in Uncle's eyes is worth seeing. When the mangoes are raw and juicy, children hit them with the stones. Oh, it hurt. But their happiness is worth all the pain. And Ruby makes pickles with the raw mangoes, and Uncle John sells the ripe one in the bazaar. Ripe ones in the bazaar. My leaves that makes my crown, the birds, the insects, the children who play around me, Mother Earth, the sun and the sky together form my beautiful world. This is the autobiography of the mango tree. Okay. Let us have a look at the other question answers from today's part, today's portion. Which are the other question answers we have to find? What does Aunt Ruby make from raw mangoes? Question. What does WHAT? What does Aunt Ruby, AUNT, and Ruby make from raw mangoes? Make, M-A-K-E, make from raw mangoes, R-A-W, raw mangoes, M-A-N-G-O-E-S. What does Aunt Ruby make from raw mangoes? What does Aunt Ruby make from raw mangoes? Aunt Ruby makes pickles from raw mangoes. Answer. Aunt Ruby, A-U-N-T. Aunt Ruby does plus makes. Aunt Ruby makes, M-A-K-E-S, makes pickles, P-I-C-K-L-S, pickles from, Aunt Ruby makes pickles from raw mangoes, R-A-W, raw mangoes, M-A-N-G-O-E-S. Okay, look at the question and answer once again. What does Aunt Ruby make from raw mangoes? What does Aunt Ruby make from raw mangoes? You heard the story many times and can you answer this question? Yes, and Ruby makes pickles from raw mangoes. And Ruby makes pickles. The answer of what? Pickles. And Ruby makes pickles from raw mangoes. Raw materials are there, raw mangoes. R-A-W, raw. That we eat without cooking, raw. Raw mangoes. What makes the children happy? What makes the children happy? Next question. Second one. What? W-H-A-T. What makes the children? M-A-K-E-S. Makes the children happy. Make the children happy. C-H-I-L-D-R-E-N. Children happy. H-A-P-P-Y. What makes the children happy? What makes the children happy? Hitting the mango with a stone. Hitting the mango with the stones makes the children happy. Hitting the mango. Hitting the mango with a stone, with the stones, and eating them, hitting the mango with the stones and eating it. It makes them happy. Makes the children happy. Makes the children. C-H-I-L-D-R-E-N is the plural of child. Children happy. If it is on child, we can say child. If it is more than one, that is plural, we can say that children. Children is the plural of child. Okay, listen here. What makes the children happy? What thing makes the children happy? Hitting the mango with the stones and eating it. Hitting a mango with a stone and after hitting it, they eat it. This made them happy. Hitting the mango with the stones and eating it make the children happy. Once again, you look at the question answer. What makes the children happy? What thing made the children happy? Hitting the mango with the stones. It is very pleasant to eat. It is very good to eat. Hitting the mango with the stones and eating it makes the children happy. If you have any raw mango in your house, you take one and hit it in a, don't make your hand hurt, make your palm hurt. You hit it with the help of your elders. Elders know that. Your parents know that. Ask your parent to hit the mango with a stone and give some piece to you. And it is very tastier than we use a knife cutting the mango and eat one slice of that mango. Okay. Look at these three question answers. What does Aunt Ruby make from raw mangoes? What does Aunt Ruby make from raw mangoes? Aunt Ruby makes pickles from raw mangoes. Aunt Ruby makes pickles from raw mangoes. Then what makes the children happy? What makes the children happy? Hitting the mango with the stones and eating it makes the children happy. And why does the mango tree admire the ants? Why does the mango tree admire the ants? That is another question. Why does the mango tree? Last question. Why does the mango tree? The mango tree. M-A-N-G-O-T-R-E-E. Why does the mango tree admire the ants? Admire, A-D-M-I-R-E. Admire the ants. A-N-T-S. Why does the mango tree admire the ants? What is the reason for the tree's admiration for the ants? admiration for ants. The ants are hardworking. The ants are hardworking. When they climb down my trunk, admire their hard work. The mango tree, M-A-N-G-O, mango tree, admires the ants, admires the ants because they were hardworking. Because they were hardworking. Because they were hardworking. HARDWORKING. Because they were hardworking. Why does the mango tree admire the ants? Why does the mango tree admire the ants? What is the answer? The mango tree admires the ants because they were hardworking. The mango tree admires the ants because they were hardworking. The mango tree admires the ants because they were hardworking. Okay, then we have done so many question answers. Then meanings and other exercises we will do in the next class. And which is the other thing, you learn or you read the text so many times. That is very important. You don't neglect my word, or you don't listen to my word. You listen to my words. And every day, each and every episode, I am saying that you should read the text so many times. When I take the Zoom class, I understood that you are not reading properly. Your reading is not very poor. Some of you are reading good, and all the others were not reading good. You read very well and take the audio of that and send it to me in the WhatsApp. Take care and bye bye. See you in the next class.